All right, what's going on, everyone? Captain here, back from the Marvel Contest Champions video. Today is a really exciting one, guys. If you have not been paying attention around the channel, recently I took down all of the Eternity of Pain Karina's challenges, which means I was able to pull my first ever rank 4 to 5 6-star gem. And it's a class-based one, random. Bit of a spoiler here if you haven't seen that video yet or were here for the live stream. I pulled myself science, which means I can now take one of my science champs up to rank 5. The question becomes, which champion do I do? And as you can see, I've been pretty blessed in this game when it comes to the science class. Especially, I have a ton of fantastic options. I have come to my decision, but quickly I'll just kind of run through what the process I decided to go through on this. Obviously, first thing I had to consider is, I want to take up a champ that I like. And I feel like that is always the most important thing with this game. Unless you're in an alliance that's hardcore and you have to do the prestige choice every time, then I would obviously go Quicksilver. But where I'm at, I'm lucky that yes, my alliance does care about prestige, but at this point, anyone at rank 5, since I don't think anyone has more than one rank 5, unless I'm wrong, there might be some people actually. Either way, because I'm trying to think from like the gifting event, I think there might have been some that got multiple rank 5s. But either way, one rank 5, no matter who I do, is going to help my prestige at this point and be beneficial to the alliance. So that's the first thing you gotta consider. Take someone up I'm gonna enjoy playing. 2, obviously kind of prestige, I guess I could say. And then I think that's only 2 points. I don't currently think of anything else right now. Utility wise, I guess if they're just a good character, like just because I like playing doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna be useful. So I guess there's that too. So there was kind of 4 champs that really stood out when I got this science that I was really like, okay, it's between one of these 4, and that is Mr. Negative, Quicksilver, Scorpion, and then potentially Spot. I just don't know enough about Spot, but I have seen some insane things with him, and I think eventually I may get to a point where I'm like, I wish I had done Spot, but right now I'm just not ready to pull the trigger on Spot. But I may take him to rank 4 soon and at least have him there. Honorable mention, Captain America, one of my OGs, my first ever, I think it was my first rank 3 champion, I believe. Used a generic gem from Abyss on him, pulled him from Abyss. So yeah, he's been around the channel for a very long time, one of my favorites. Spidey 99, no, wasn't really considering him. Torch, I still never took him to rank 4, which maybe eventually I'll do that. So it really came down to those top guys on the top three in the top row. I'm saying top way too many times. But anyways, Mr. Negative was my first science rank 4 champion, so he's an OG favorite of mine. Not really OG, I guess. He came out, I think it was last year. Very underrated champion. I absolutely love him. Quicksilver came out toward the end of last year. Champion's choice. Very solid character as well. Obviously has the prestige. And then Scorpion, one of the best all-around, if not the best all-around science champ in the game. A lot of people consider him to be the best science champ. Just so much versatility. He's like a Swiss Army knife in this game. I feel like you can pick whatever immunities you want to have, essentially, and there's so much he can do. So Scorpion feels like the safe choice, but he's not going to be my choice today. So we've narrowed it down to 2 now. Quicksilver and Mr. Negative. Quicksilver, we'll talk about him first. He's got the prestige, obviously. He's got the flair there. He's a character I've been asking to get added into the game for so long. I've pulled him, I don't know how many times at this point. I think I pulled him 3 times out of the featured, and then in basic crystals or nexuses, I've pulled him another 2 or 3 times, I want to say. It's like I've pulled him a ton. It's oddly enough, it's kind of crazy. He's been max sig. Like I said, he's got the prestige. He's a play style that isn't for everybody, but I've been slowly learning it, and it's one that I do enjoy. He's one of the most reliable slow champs in the game in terms of the slow debuff. Obviously, he's a fast champion in Quicksilver. So it really, there's no reason not to go with him. Mr. Negative, I think he's just such a flashy guy. If you know how to play him, he just has some of the most satisfying damage in the game. And He is just so much fun to play. I actually kind of refer to him as a 6-star Quake in a way, because there are certain scenarios where you can play him kind of how you would play Quake. And since there's no 6-star Quake, Mr. Negative is kind of your best option in there. Obviously, there are some things he can't do that she does, but the playstyle, there's some similarity there. But there's also just some huge damage and potential, a lot of good utility that comes out of Mr. Negative. So there you have it. Those are all what I'm going to say about all the champs. So moment of truth, guys. Who am I going to go with? Maybe you can kind of tell based on me talking about some of those characters, I feel like. But the choice that I have gone with, and I'm very excited to announce, my first rank 5 6-star is going to be Mr. Negative. This guy, I can't tell you guys enough how much fun this champion is, and I'm going to prove it to you guys. I'm going to do a whole dedicated video. You guys know I don't do a lot of these when I make like a full dedicated video on a champion, but I'm committing to it. I've been teasing with some people and talking about it that I want to do one about Mr. Negative, just haven't gotten around to it. But now that he's going to be rank 5, I don't have any excuse not to. So let me go ahead, use that gem right there. Should have taken a picture of that gem before I did. I think I got a screenshot of it before it was gone, so that's good at least. Yeah, can't take it back now. It's done. Mr. Negative. And I need to get all the science. There is a level up event going on right now as well. Wait, did I not? Oh, I never hit the never hit the upgrade there. But I'll go through quickly kind of his abilities a little bit if you guys aren't familiar with how he works. I should have cleared my ISO out beforehand. So let me go ahead and do that real quick and then we'll get back to this. All right, there we go. I also went and opened up some crystals to kind of move that out of the feed so no one in my alliance happens to see it. Obviously, if people check my profile, they'll notice it, but I don't know if anyone really would do that. But where was I? Just talking about this guy. He has a form of degen immunity built into his kit. If there's debuffs on the opponent, he reduces the damage he takes, but then also in his awaken ability, he even starts regenning based on your sig level. You'll have some regen if you have a degen on you instead. He has petrify, so you can just cancel out any power gain and regen. He is he's my absolute favorite champ to use against Mephisto. Well, maybe not absolute favorite, but he's a very solid option. Say you don't get your torch or someone like that you handle a Mephisto with in Battlegrounds. This guy has saved me in Battlegrounds so many times. And especially if it's a Mephisto pops up, because he can just cancel out a lot of stuff he does. So there it is, guys. Mr. Negative, rank 5. Again, like I said, I'll do a video where I'll be a little bit more in depth than how I am talking now. But I just want to at least get in. I'll go find a fight that'll showcase a little bit here in this video, so you guys can see the power of this rank 5 guy. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, we're just gonna go in. We'll go against Winter Soldier. It's boring, I know, but everyone knows how this fight should go against most champions. Plus, I got class disadvantage here. I've got no synergies on the team. That's one of the things I do like about him as well. He's not synergy reliant. There's only synergies that will just benefit him. So basically, the whole name of the game is switching light energy, which is that light, the white buff for passive looking thing in the top left, turning those light energy into dark energy. And that happens when you either evade or get knocked down. So there you go. I evaded, which I do by holding heavy. And while you're holding heavy, if you have a light charge, you can't be hit. You always evade. That's why when I said earlier that he's kind of like Quake in a sense, because it's the same kind of thing. Like you can't be hit there. So here again, I'll hold my heavy. It transfers those into dark energy. Now I've got a special 2. 20 is the max you can have. Petrify. Now look at those degen numbers. This is class disadvantage, ladies and gentlemen. That is 8,000 per tick. I do have the recoil masteries active at the moment. So as you can see, though, I mean, this guy's health is just gone. I was 25 hits in, and yeah, he's dead pretty much. Got to do that cycle one more time, and this fight will be over. This obviously isn't going to be the fastest Winter Soldier takedown, but this is just kind of to showcase his abilities here. Transfer that again. Whenever he has a buff active, you dash back, it removes the buff. So that's useful from time to time if you ever in a fight where you just don't want to, you're not supposed to be triggering any buffs or anything. He can handle that. So let me get a parry. Now I charge. Boom, boom. Didn't quite get to 20 that time, but he's only at 30% health. This should melt. So now it's 7,200 damage. Just die. Let's see if this kills him. I might have to hit him a few more times. Yeah, we'll use our striker, and boom. 46 hits, counting the striker there at the end. That was about as flawless as you can play this guy. You're really aggressive. You can sneak those heavies in. Ideally, you don't want to charge the heavy if they have a special attack, obviously, because you will not evade that out. But there are a lot of fun ways you can play this champion. And as I've mentioned a couple times now, I'll get to a video where I showcase him in a lot more fights than just that. That was just a little taste, guys, a little teaser about that damage that you can get with that special too. And if you're doing Battlegrounds, you can get to that pretty quickly. I've used him in every meta so far, and he's done just fine. Even the one last month where it was puts the armor up, so when you hit him, you get to 10 or whatever. But playing that playstyle, you can just parry and then just wait it out and then transfer them. You're not hitting them, but you're still building up those combos, those light energies, and eventually you can just you burst up and get to your special 2, drop it, and then they melt in Battlegrounds. That one special 2 in Battlegrounds is plenty to kill most champions. So he's a very, very solid Battlegrounds champ. I have a feeling he may be getting banned a decent amount of times now, since he'll be up at rank 5, top of my roster. So yeah. Either way, guys, I am very excited. Let me know what you guys think of the rank up. Do you think I made the right choice? Do you think I should have gone a different route? Personally, I am 100% okay with this. I do want to check out what my prestige is at. That brings it up to 16, counting relics, 16.8. I was at like 16.1 before this. And I think for the champion prestige, it was only like 15.9, I want to say. So something like that, whatever the math adds up to, that's around where I was just barely over like 1600 or 16,000. I mean, so now that's where we're at with a rank 5. So yeah, let me know, guys, who's your first rank 5? Who do you guys take up once you complete these, or how close are you to getting your rank 5? What class are you hoping to pull? Let me know down in the comments below, guys. I'll be checking it out and talking to you guys down there. But that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Look forward to the video about Mr. Negative. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.